stop being weird, man. Just come outside and rap. I'm not gonna give y'all the gay. It's okay. Y'all can rap against me and everything's gonna be fine. Like, it's just getting to be weird at this point, and it's given that y'all scary. So y'all can stop being scary and just come outside and rap, and we can have some good battles. We can have some good matchups, but y'all just gotta stop being scared and come outside. That's it.
Views from the City podcast. Follow the podcast on Instagram, all that good shit, man. I'm here with We Go Hard TV's own Cashis Clay.
Yo, what's goody, man?
What's goody, man? How you?
Ain't shit, coolin', man. Working a lot. Just won Artist of the Month yesterday for February, so I ain't mad at it.
That's what's up.
You know?
Who else was on the
So it's like, not really like, it's not just like up and comers, but it's more so just like no like vets or like names and shit like that. So out of the four that we had, it was this dude Lucky from California.
Okay.
This nigga V.CITY, I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah,
V.CITY from Louisiana, he was on there. It was me, and then the last one was some new guy named K2, who I'm not quite sure where he battled at.
Okay.
But yeah, it was us four. We had to basically campaign for the fan vote. And then I won the polls, so I got the bread. They got a little cash prize. I wasn't mad at it.
How much it was for?
It was a couple hundred.
Hey,
Nothing
shit.
crazy, you know. I wasn't mad at it. Shit, it's a free couple $100. Like,
Nah, I feel you. I feel you on that shit.
Like, all I got to do is rap good. I'm not mad at it. I was going to do that anyway.
Right. That's a fact. All right, let's break down your name, Cashis Clay.
Yeah.
How that name come about?
So basically, my name used to be Young B.
Young B?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I first started rapping, and when I was like 11 years old, I picked the name Young B, and then it turns out the Chicken Noodle Soup song dropped, and the chick name is Young B.
Right.
So basically, I was getting clowned all throughout my damn school, and they kept making fun of my name, so I said, nah, we gotta change this shit up. And at the time, my brother was like boxing and shit like that, so me and him used to like spar a lot. And I was always hustling and shit like that, so I always had some bread.
Okay.
So basically my man was just like, yo, why don't you just like incorporate something with your name? And he thought of Cashis Clay.
Right.
He was like, yo, like you box, you always got some bread, so basically you'll spell it like cash, like C-A-S-H, instead of basically how Muhammad Ali spelled his shit.
Right.
So basically we played it on that, and my last name Clayton. So that's where the Clay come from, and then that's pretty much what it was, and then it stuck, and then the rest was history, man.
You from Brooklyn, right?
Nah, I'm from the Bronx.
Oh, okay, because your profile said Brooklyn.
Yeah, nah.
That's what I asked.
I used to live out in Brooklyn though.
Okay, so you're from the Bronx.
Basically I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Allerton and Olinville.
Okay.
So basically right off the 2 train off the Allerton Avenue stop. I'm right around the corner from there. But yeah, I'm from the Bronx, but I lived all over New York City, man. The only borough I ain't living was Staten Island.
Okay.
So.
Okay, that's what's up. So how was it like growing up in the Bronx?
It was cool. It was a lot of back and forth because my mom didn't really want us to be out there too much. So when she got with this dude when I was a kid, we moved out to Long Island to go live with him. So we was living out there for a minute. And it turns out I had no idea that anybody was from this place, fucking Coram, Long Island. Turns out that's where fucking Flip Grams is from. And I had no idea until I started battle rapping that anybody was even from out there. But I was back and forth between Long Island and the Bronx a lot when I was a kid because my mom didn't really want me getting involved in a lot of the stuff my cousin was in and stuff like that. So we was really just kind of doing the back and forth thing a lot. But it was a very big eye-opener. I learned a lot being out in the Bronx. I mean, it's basically shaped who I am today.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot, but it was cool, man. I definitely like it. I moved back there when I was an adult. It was very, very different to be an adult than to be a kid out there,
Right.
but I always got a special love for the Bronx. I'll never live there ever again, but
I feel you, man.
I love it though.
Right. Any siblings?
Yeah, I got an older brother and a younger sister, but I grew up with my older brother, and my mom's boyfriend had 2 sons, so I grew up with them 3, and my little sister was from my dad's side, so I never met my father, so I never grew up with my sister. I didn't even know that she even knew who I was until one day we was on MySpace, and my brother had found her, and then she had found me through that, because apparently my dad wasn't trying to claim me, I guess, so he ain't tell her I existed. She only knew that my older brother was around. So she had found him, and then they connected with each other. And then one year I was out here for the Pride Festival, and my sister ended up being here. So she ended up texting me on Instagram, said, yo, where you at? And then I ended up linking with her, and then ever since like 2019, me and her have been very, very close. She came to my battle out of Chicago when I battled out there, and yeah, it's been really dope to kind of get to know her over the last few years.
Okay, so you never met your pops? But
Nah.
You never met your mom still living?
Yeah. My mom's still alive. She around here somewhere. I don't know where she be at. She a nomad herself, so she kind of just bounce around a lot. We never stayed in one place, which is kind of where I learned how to do that as an adult. Like, I'm never stuck in one spot for more than a couple years, to be honest. This is probably the longest I've lived in a place in Pennsylvania for the longest.
So how you felt about that, bouncing around from place to place growing up?
I mean, it was hard because it's like you make friends with people, you end up getting close to some people, and then you gonna move, and then you don't know where you gonna end up being at. Like, when we first moved, we moved from the Bronx to Florida. So it's just like, and then we moved back to the Bronx, then out to Long Island, and then my mom and her boyfriend broke up. We moved out to the city, and it was a lot of bouncing around, but it was cool. It definitely was nice to get to see different places and kind of get different experiences and stuff like that. So it's like, I learned kind of how to maneuver around different types of people a lot more than I feel like other people would, just because I've lived in a lot of different places. So whenever I travel, like for a battle or something like that, I kind of know my way around a lot of different places because I kind of just moved around a lot as a kid.
Okay, that's what's up. Talk about the Pokemon thing you got going on.
Yeah. Shout out to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@CashCatch'em_. If y'all like Pokemon, I stream every now and again. I'm trying to get back into it. My job has been kind of crazy, so forgive me. But yeah, I've always been a huge Pokemon fan since I was a kid. I've had the first game since it came out. I've watched every episode of the anime. I've probably can name you every Pokemon if I could sit down and actually think about it. And there's over 1,000 of them at this point. But it's just
because it was like, what was it, 150 at first? I think 151.
151.
Right.
If you counted Mew as a Pokemon,
Yeah.
there's 150 without it.
I had them all. I had them all.
I mean,
I had all
everybody had them all. If you had the Game Shark, shit, a lot of people had that as a kid to get like the Mews and shit like that if you didn't know how to glitch the game, because there is a glitch in the game where you could actually catch a Mew in the game, but a lot of people don't really know how to do it. So, but yeah, I've been playing it ever since I was a kid, and during COVID, I just needed something to do.
Yeah.
So I started getting back into collecting Pokemon cards at first. And then I watch a lot of people on YouTube. I came across some people playing like a randomized version of the game, where like they basically modded the game and randomized every Pokemon in the game and shit like that. So I kind of got back into playing the games that way because I learned how to do it on my computer. So I started streaming doing that, and then it kind of just picked up, and then I got 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
That's what's up.
I got over 1 million views on shorts. I've been working a lot, man, and I'm trying to get the Twitch channel up and running now because Twitch is kind of the new thing. I feel like, why not try to get a piece of that? But
why not?
yeah, it's something that it's just when I'm not battling, it's something for me to do and kind of keep myself out there doing something different other than just rapping, because I feel like battlers don't really promote themselves outside of battling more than they should. Right. So it's just like, this is something outside of rapping that people can know me for, and it's something that's kind of specific to my brand as an artist and a person. So it's like, and it's something I enjoy doing, so why not get paid to do some shit that I like to do?
Right. How did you get into battle rap?
Shout out to my older brother. We was watching it on MTV2 when Fight Club was around, and he kind of put me onto that. He was a huge fan of like 40 Cal and Sam Scarfo and that battle, so he showed me that battle one day, and then we caught it when it was on, and I watched Remy Ma and Lady Luck on TV. And then I was like, oh shit, like Remy Ma's battling, like I know this girl, like this is nuts. So I started watching Fight Club, and then Solo vs. Nems made me like want to watch all the battle rap. And so I started kind of just getting into that. And then when it came time to go into events, once Smack lowered the age from 21 to 18, I was outside at events. My first event was DNA vs. Tech 9, the Any Given Sunday card. And then that was my first event that I ever went to. And then ever since then, I just been outside. I started battling though on Twitter. We had this thing called TRL. So it was like, it started out as a parody of URL. Like, it wasn't something that we were supposed to take serious, but it was John and Chef Trez was kind of battling on Twitter one day, and me and my peoples was just gassing it. So after they finished battling, my man said, yo, who want to battle me? So then he ended up getting into a battle with some dude on the timeline, and then we made like this Twitter page as a joke, and like we was using URL slogans and everything. Our slogan was, you can't retweet respect, we the most respected platform on Twitter. Like, it was just a joke, but it started taking off. Other people wanted to rap on there. We had Lada Zay battled on there, freaking Flyco L battled on there, Farrah, John, we had Norbs, Jazz, Clips, Arsenal, they was judging the battles. Like, it was a real big thing at a point. And then one day, my people's, shout out to Mighty Flow and Sincere Cyphers, they was working with this league out in Jersey called I Got Bars Battle League, shout out to Monster. So he was starting his first event. He wanted to get some battlers. They put it out on Twitter, who want to rap. And then I said, fuck it, like, why not? I'll rap. Like, I ain't ever did it before, like, on camera. I used to battle in my high school, but it wasn't really like nothing crazy. We would just meet up in the staircase during lunch and rap. But so this was like my first live battle, and then I did really good. I battled my guy Bugs the Rapper for Coliseum. He was my first battle. It was his first battle, and then ever since then, we've been active ever since. It's been over 10 years now.
That's what's up. Didn't you battle somebody outside of your relevant?
I did. My second battle ever, I battled my friend Roz from Massachusetts.
Okay.
He was part of the TRL shit. So this was something that we had set that up ourselves, but a lot of people thought that like it just randomly happened on the line and these were just two dudes battling each other. Like, but we had originally planned to do this, but it kind of worked out to where people's was kind of rapping in like a cypher and shit. And then next thing we know, we just said, yo, who trying to battle right now? And then we hyped it up, and then I was just like, yo, I'll rap, who trying to rap? And then my man's raised his hand, Chris Unbiased was over there, Twiz was over there, they both filmed the shit, and then next thing I know, I got a clip in front of the URL battles on the Gnome 5 Jones. I was like, my man hit me, he said, yo, you in front of the URL battles. I said, word? Right. And then, so that was dope though, like it was me pocket checking this nigga outside of Gnome 5, it shook the whole block though.
Like, I remember that. I definitely remember that. So who was your first battle?
First live battle was Bugs.
Your opponent, Bugs?
Yeah, Bugs.
Okay. The Bugs that's still battling today?
Yeah, the one that's still battling today. Okay. He was my first battle, 2015, March 15th. I'll never forget that day. Okay. Yeah, we traveled out to Newark, New Jersey, man, and yeah, it was a long ass day.
Yeah. Oh, if you want to clip it, bro, you can clip it on the. Yeah.
I know what ash and shit like.
No, that's all good. So, how was that preparation for that first battle?
Honestly, it was the earliest I've ever prepped for a battle. My 3 rounds was done within like a week of booking the battle, but I was just hyped to rap. I never did this shit before, and I had John kind of coaching me for my first battle, so it was like not really nervous for me, because I feel like I had good people in my corner that was kind of coaching me on how to do it and what to say, how to say it, and do all that. And I've also been watching this since 2004. I got an idea of how it's supposed to go. So being that I've kind of been around the culture for as long as I was, I didn't really have a problem transitioning to live battling more than other people would. But I feel like, yeah, I was prepped early as hell, and that's probably the last time I've ever prepped that early ever in my life. But yeah, I was done within a week, and I was ready to go. I had 3 flawless rounds. I ain't choke, I ain't stumble, I ain't do nothing. So yeah, it was a good first battle, I'll say. We got 6,000 views from our first battle. I wasn't mad at it.
It was a 3-0?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Bugs will say otherwise, but I think I got the 30 though.
Okay. So, what would you say your style is in battle rap?
I'm kind of an angle puncher, I would say, if I was to categorize myself, because I don't really focus on just punching, even though that is kind of like my strong suit, but I always usually have an angle attached to kind of the punches that I'm throwing. So it's like, I feel like if I was to categorize myself, it would be that, just because I like to be direct. I like to rap at my opponent. I don't really like to just do random punches and just kind of do that kind of style. Like, it works for some people, but I just don't feel like it works for me. So yeah, I always try to find something that I can talk about my opponent, and I also try to make sure that it's not something that's been done to death. Like I try to come with like a fresh angle. If I'm gonna do something that's been said before, I'll definitely try to make it as original as I can. But I always try to get an attack point, and then I kind of punch according to that. But yeah, I could do a little bit of everything though. I've definitely been able to scheme. I'm able to punch. I'm able to angle. I'm able to throw some haymakers in there. Like, the only thing that I don't do is freestyle. Like, I don't really rebuttal. But other than that, I feel like I could do, like, everything.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Early on in your battle career, you used to bring your girl to the battles.
I did, yeah.
Right?
Shout outs to my ex-girlfriend.
And battle rappers will basically try to bully you in
Yeah.
certain situations.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that when people always would try to use that against you?
I mean, it is what it is. Everybody saw what happened. You know, she got pocket checked that battle, and ever since then, it was kind of just an ongoing angle. But I knew after that battle happened what was going to be happening if I kept battling and shit like that. Like, so I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to lean into it. I brought it up a couple times myself against some opponents, but I ain't really harp on it too much just because I don't really want to have that be a focal point. I'm just going to address it because everybody's expecting it, and I'm going to just get it up out of here. But it is what it is. It happened. Let's get over it. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's not the last time some shit happened. It's not what everybody said it was. They like, he grabbed her ass and shit, and she was smiling and she like that shit is mad corny because that's not what happened. Like, but it's all good. I ain't really tripping off that. Me and her ain't even together no more, and me in New York is cool now. So
So y'all cool?
Yeah, we talked it out. Everything cool. That's my guy, man. I ain't
So y'all cool to this day?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Shout outs to New York, man. I ain't tripping off that.
That's what's up. How do you feel about battle rap in 2026?
I feel like it's in a weird place because if you're looking at it from whatever standpoint, you could either say that it's dead or it's thriving better than ever. Like, if you're just kind of the casual, I only watched URL and the big battles and shit like that, I would say battle rap isn't at a great place. I feel like they're recycling a lot of the same people on cards, and it's not really giving them time to focus and kind of give the best performances that we know them to give. So it's just like, I don't really feel like the big leagues are doing too great, even though I feel like URL is making a comeback. I feel like their last few events have been great. But I feel like the smaller leagues is really what's kind of keeping this thing moving, and it's really what's kind of keeping this thing alive. And if you're really watching the smaller leagues, this thing is thriving more than ever. There's people coming out the spaces. There's people coming out of Discord. There's people that have never battled that are just debuting on live cards. Shout outs to iBattle. Shout outs to OSBL. They have tryout cards where they have people that never battled before that's rapping. So it's like, I think if you watch the small leagues, battle rap is in a great place. I think there's a lot of great new talent that if you really give them a chance, we can have new stars on big stages. But I feel like a lot of the fan bases for those big stages are just casual watchers of those leagues. So it's like, they're not even hip to these people. So when you do a smack track tournament and you throw these 10 new guys that you probably never watched before they were on the smack track zone, you don't know these people until now. So it's like, but we've been watching them since they first battled, and some of these people's 20 battles in right now. So it's like, if you're paying attention, I think that battle rap's in a great place. But if you're not really watching the smaller leagues and the kind of newer platforms, you're gonna miss out on a lot.
I feel you on that. Talk about the battle rap teams you're a part of.
So I'm only a part of 2 teams right now, Chain Gang and the Grow Sisters. Chain Gang is really just, those are just my guys, man. Like, I came up with them from the beginning. I've seen a lot of the starts to their careers. I'm probably the person who's been rapping the longest in the group. But, you know, it's me, Martin Luther Lean, my guy Citrus, my guy Jesse Frazier, my guy Big Rel, Lyric, Lyrical out of New Jersey. We got my guy Norman Glockwell out of Connecticut. But it's just like, it's not really like the most known people. but like battle rap wise. But these are just like kind of my peoples that I kind of came up with, and we just a family. It's not really even a battle rap team in my opinion. But yeah, and then there's the Grow Sisters. Of course, everybody already knows us, but it's me, Neptune, Eliza Versa, Fresh the Great, hashtag NKW, Queen Damo, and then that's it right now. We had a couple members. We don't have any ill will towards them. They just kind of branched out, did their own thing. You know, it's all love on our end, and it's all love on their end. Everybody cool, so I don't want nobody creating no narratives out here thinking that anybody mad or anybody got kicked out, anybody did some dumb shit. Nobody got kicked out the Grow Sisters. Nobody is mad at nobody anymore. Like, it's all good. Things happen. Shit happens. But we all move forward. Everybody on a good page right now. Everybody on a good, like, space. So I don't really hold no animosity towards them in regards to that. But, yeah, those are the only two teams that I'm a part of, though. I was a part of a few before. Of course, everybody knows I was Golden Squad. I was So Clear. But yeah, other than those two, I've never really ever been a battle rap team kind of person. You know, I just kind of become friends with people, and it just naturally happens. Like, I'm around y'all enough to where it's just like, fuck it. Like, we might as well.
Got you. What was your first Regal Hard battle?
It was Lucci on the Outsiders joint in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that was, 2017 in February, yeah.
Damn, time.
Yeah, that shit is nuts, man.
Yeah.
It's been 9 years. That's crazy.
So do you think battle rap will ever get back to the way it used to be?
I don't think so, just because it's just been way too commercialized at this point. I feel like the fans are looking to get a certain quality out of the battles that I feel like if we were to go back to how we were before, where people are battling in basements, they're just battling in studios, you're not having the best cameras out here, but that footage is raw, and it's like, it gives you the feeling like, yo, this is a real tense situation, some shit could probably go down in here. Like, now everybody got the greatest cameras on, it's a production now at this point. So I feel like without the production quality, you would have to sacrifice the production quality to get the feel back, in my opinion. And I just feel like that's not really for the benefit of anybody at this point. I feel like the production quality does matter. And I feel like if you're gonna, now people want to make it mainstream, so if you're gonna put it to broader audiences, you have to have the production quality to match it. So I get it, but I feel like it can't go back to that unless we kind of go back to certain things in terms of production quality, and I don't think that it would work. But you never know. People also love vintage shit. So if you kind of package it as a vintage throwback kind of feel card, it might bring that back too, and you could still have the production quality to match it. Right. So it's like, it could happen, but it really depends on the situation. And I feel like, yeah, it depends on the league. I feel like We Go Hard could do that. If you had like a similar venue to like the Basement, I feel like We Go Hard could do that.
Yeah. I feel you. What's your lifestyle?
So I am a trans woman. I do identify as that. And I do like men and women. So people do kind of get confused in regards to that. But yeah, that's pretty much it in the short term.
Okay. All right. So some years ago, what year was it? It was 2018. You let the world know, you let the battle rap culture know, you know, of your lifestyle. What made you want to express that to the world?
Well, I kind of had no choice, if you remember what happened. So this dude that I was talking to at the time, it was a real messy situation on how that ended. So he kind of felt some type of way about it, started going through my Instagram, I guess found a couple people that I battle rap with, started messaging them like videos and conversations and shit that we was having, and it was a lot of weird shit. And then I'll never forget, I was just chilling in my room. I had just moved to Ohio too. I was like just chilling, kind of getting around, and I get a phone call and it's you. And I remember, I don't even think that I had your number at the time. Yeah. I was just like, oh, okay. All right, Woody. I don't know what the fuck this about, But yeah, and then you said, yo, you good? And I was just like, yeah, I'm chilling. Like, I'm cool.
Right.
You said, but yo, somebody playing with you right now. I said, word? Like, what the fuck happened? And then, yeah, so you had put me on to that. And then it was really just you and Steams that kind of pushed me to just say something, because you was just like, it's better that you say something before somebody else do.
Right.
And I definitely agreed with that. And I felt like if I had a battle already booked, there's kind of not really a big window for me to kind of sit on this. But so I just said, fuck it. And I made a Facebook post, posted it in the We Go Hard group. And I ain't think that it was going to go the way that it went.
Right.
But I'm glad that it did. I got a lot of support out of it. I feel like it was probably the best decision I could have made, just because it's not something I wanted to bring to battle rap. It's something that I was always honest about outside of this. Like, if you were to ever ask me, I would never lie to nobody. Like, it's just, I don't want that to be a focal point of my battles. And I feel like a lot of the gay battlers at the time were getting put in that box of they're just gonna be able to battle each other. Like, nobody wants to battle them like that. So I didn't want to have that happen to me. And so I just chose not to say nothing. And that just kind of made me say something at that point. And now I just don't really have to hide who the fuck I am. So it's a great decision for everybody. It all worked out in the end and everybody happy. So I'm cool.
So my question to you is, how long has you been holding it in? Like, did you come into battle rap culture like that, or?
I was kind of experimenting with certain things before I got to battle rap, but it wasn't really like full on like this. But yeah, I was always kind of just on a journey to find who I was as a person. And yeah, I was always like this before battle rap, but I just never really brought it to battle rap, because like I said, I just didn't want that to be a thing. Like, so I just chose not to, and I never really was ashamed of it. It's just more so, let's get the raps out the way first.
Right.
Like,
right.
And then if y'all cool with it, we cool with it.
Yeah. So like, what made you start liking men?
I mean, I've always like
since, like a child, like
yeah, like ever since I was a kid, I was
Okay.
always going through my mom's clothes and stuff like that. Like, I was always just more of a feminine kind of kid.
Okay.
Like, so it was something that was never really like a question for me. It was more so me accepting that part of myself, just because I didn't really grow up in the most accepting of places. So it was a real difficult thing to navigate growing up. So I chose to kind of keep that to myself. But then I started kind of being more out there in like the end of high school. So,
Gotcha.
But I didn't really tell my friends and shit like that until like a little bit before everybody in battle rap found out. So like 2018 was really when I came out altogether.
Okay. So if you think what the guy did, you know, exposing your pictures or whatever the case may be, you think you would have still held it on? Like, now let the world know?
No, because it was definitely something that was starting to affect my relationship at the time. Just because my girlfriend, she wasn't against it, but she just didn't really know how to navigate it. And it was something that I knew that I was personally not going to stop exploring. So it was just like, you kind of got to get on board with this or not. So yeah, so I don't think that it was ever going to be a case to where it wouldn't have happened. I just wanted to do it on my time, but I didn't really have the choice to do it on my time. So it is what it is. Things happen, but it happens for a reason, and
Right.
we here now.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you think people will book you after you made?
it's been more difficult, I will say. But yeah, I think that people will book me. I talk to league owners all the time. I know Chilla's gonna get something for me at WTBL. I got signed to Queen of the Ring off the last sparring session, John. So I know that they got some stuff in the works that they trying to include me on. And yeah, and as long as like my peoples is kind of throwing events, I feel like I could get a spot on a card if I really want to.
Right.
Like, I know that if We Go Hard does a card, I can hit you up, and then I know that you're not gonna be against booking me. Like,
Why would I?
like, so at that point, it's just like, I know that I could get a plate here if I want to come back to the crib. Lex books me at iBattle, Kels books me at OSBL.
Right.
Like, so, and these are all major platforms at this point. So it's just like, I feel like I could still battle on these platforms. I don't really care who else doesn't want to book me, because these are the biggest leagues outside of smacking them. So it's like,
Right.
fuck it. Like, if y'all don't want to book me, that's fine. Like, y'all will. So at that point, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what it is? I'm gonna be real with you, bro. When you let the world know, you know, your sexuality, whatever the case may be, people was telling me that, like, yo, he can't be We Go Hard anymore. I'm like, why not? For what? Because he let the world know what it is. Like, at the end of the day, that man, you can rap.
right,
You can rap. So whatever you got going on with your lifestyle, what the fuck that got to do with your raps?
right.
So
And that's
like,
how
I
I've
fuck
always
with you,
been.
bro.
I appreciate it.
You know I fuck with you.
Yeah, that's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
fact.
Like, you know, mean things, we let the, you know what I mean? Like let it be known before, you know, it get out a different way. So it was like, nah, like, I'm not letting him go because of his lifestyle, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that man can rap, and y'all niggas scared to rap against him.
And that's really what it is. Niggas is scared. Like, and I've been told point blank that I can't battle you because I gotta go back to my hood and explain this to people. And I'm like, explain what? Like, that shit is mad weird. And it's like, it don't gotta be that way. Like, being gay ain't contagious. You ain't gonna catch it if you rap against me.
Right.
You just might lose a battle, and it's okay. You lose battles all the time.
Right.
Like, it's not like niggas got undefeated records out here. You lose all the time. What difference does it make who you lose to?
Right.
Like, but you're letting that affect you, and that's a personal problem.
And
So,
you know what's crazy? You'd be surprised with a lot of these niggas in this culture.
yeah.
You'd be
Oh,
surprised.
nigga.
We just don't know about
Crazy thing is I'm not surprised.
it. So it's like,
Like,
you'd be surprised.
I'm not surprised because
So,
it be like that.
so your family already knew what it was before.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
came
yeah.
to
My
the
mom, my brother, everybody that I'm close to knew what was going on.
culture. Okay.
It was more so battle rap ain't know what was going on. So I just chose to keep that to myself until I couldn't anymore.
So have you ever reached for a battle that people didn't want to battle you because of your lifestyle? Like certain battles, like people was like, oh, no, I don't want to battle him because of who you are.
If they said it, I didn't hear about it.
Okay.
Just because if the battle gets declined, like, my manager is the one that books my battles. So at that point,
Who is your manager?
Her name is Dejan.
Oh, yeah. From
Bars and Roses.
yeah, Balls and Roses. Shout
Yeah,
out to her.
yeah,
Shout out to her. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Dejan, my manager, so she handles my bookings at this point. So she won't bring it to me if somebody declined the battle. So I wouldn't ever really know. She does let me know that it happens, but she don't tell me who it is, like shit like that. So I don't really know who's doing it if they are. But yeah, it happens all the time.
No doubt.
Shit, I'm trying to find a battle right now for April, and it's difficult as shit.
Yeah. Because you was booked against Scotty, right?
Yeah, I was booked against Scotty and Valentine's Day for the Polo Ball White Rhino.
Why didn't it go down?
Scotty couldn't get off of work that day,
Okay.
so unfortunately we had to reschedule.
Okay.
But I was ready. So
I mean, well, we got a call to April if you're free. Just like, you know. I mean,
shit.
we'll talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Depending on when it is, I would be with it.
No doubt.
Cause my round already done, so it's not like I gotta wait.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying in general. Like, if it's not against Scotty, you know.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Oh
it's a
yeah.
White Rhino battle, so it's like.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about
Let me know.
Yeah. So how do you feel about being on all female cards?
I mean, it's fine by me. At that point, it's like I do identify as a woman, so it's just like, it's people trying to be inclusive, I guess. So I'm not mad at it. Like, I know it's probably gonna be the norm moving forward for a lot of situations for me. But you know, I welcome it. I'm not against battling women. I like a lot of the new girls that's out right now, so I'm not against battling any of them. Like, but yeah, I'm not against it at all.
So how does it feel to battle both? Like, is it a different preparation battle with men and women? Or
I personally
people
don't change my approach when it comes to that. I personally just like to keep my rap style how it is because I feel like it's a universal style that can apply to anybody. Like, I don't have to change up too much of my content because I don't really rap too street-wise. Like, I don't really rap too, like, nerdy or anything like that. I don't really have a specific subject matter that I rap about. So I could kind of cater my material to my opponent because, like I said, I like to be more direct. So it's like I'm not just doing random shit. So if I got something to rap about for my opponent, it's going to be the same shit as if it was the other person.
Right.
So it's like I don't really feel like it's that much of a difference. I do feel like battling women, I do have to kind of tone back the aggression just a little bit, just because it's not going to be matched by the other person. I don't really feel like there's too many women that rap as energetically and aggressively as me. There's probably just a couple, probably like Eon, like people like her, like she rap with that same kind of energy, like, but I wouldn't really, like the Blue Coca battle, I kind of, at moments, I felt like I was a little too aggressive in that battle because she wasn't on that kind of time. So it's just like, and that kind of made me realize, like, when I battle a woman, I kind of got to tone it back just a little bit. But the content don't got to change.
Okay, got you. Have you had any issues with anybody in battle rap?
Like, to the point where I wanted to fight? Not really, besides New York. Like, and that wasn't even really, like, a super big issue. Like, once me and my girlfriend talked about it, I was kind of just over it. Like, so then that wasn't really, like, a prolonged thing. Like, I showed up to the next Coliseum event, nothing happened, everybody was cool. So at that point, I was like, why even hold a grudge if nobody's really on that kind of time? And at this point, it happened mad long ago. So it's like, that's not something that I really focused on. But outside of that, the only person that I really had a actual dislike for would probably be Chris Doves, but that was pretty much it.
You ever battled before?
We did, yeah. We battled on, I battled in OSBO, had a collab card.
Okay.
And then we ended up battling on that. And that was out in Maryland at Martini's.
Okay.
But yeah, we ended up battling. I didn't want to do the battle for mad long because it's just like I really just didn't like the nigga. Like, I don't like to rap against people I don't like. Like, it's not something that I really feel like I want to put energy into. It's just like, if I don't like you as a person, like, I don't want to fight you, but I just don't really like you. So it's just like, I want to stay in my way, you stay in your way. We're not going to cross paths that way. We could be at events and be cordial. Nobody's going to do nothing stupid. Like, we cool, but it's just like, I just didn't like the nigga. So it's just like, I didn't want to battle him. I got asked to battle that nigga almost on a monthly basis, like, for mad long.
Like years or this month?
Yeah, it was years. Like, for like 2 years, people were trying to book this battle, and I really just wasn't trying to do it. And Lex was just like, yo, like, to be honest, like, the people want to see the battle. Like, you might as well just give the people what they want. Like, and that was really something that I did have to learn as a battler. It's like, sometimes when it comes to a battle you might not want to do, the people want to see it. Like, so you can't really deny the people that want to watch you rap the battle that they want to see just because you have a weird personal grudge against somebody. Like, it doesn't have to go that way. You don't even have to make the battle about that. So it's like, we went up there, we rapped. I feel like it was exactly what I told people it was going to be. It was me smoking the shit out this nigga and him being weird for 3 rounds. But like, I didn't really expect anything different out the outcome of that battle. But yeah, we got it out the way. I don't have no problem with Chris Doves now at this point. I mean, it was a petty situation at that time anyway. It was really nothing to be mad about. And me and him is cool. Like, I fucks with Chris Doves, man. So, yeah, I don't got no problem with nobody now. But, yeah, that was probably the only 2 situations where I felt like I didn't like a person.
Got you. What's your favorite battle of all time? And what's your least favorite battle of all time?
Oh, damn. See, the thing is, I have favorite battles for different reasons. Cause
Okay, so if a fan come to you and say, "Hey, I want to watch your favorite battle," you got to give them one battle. What battle would that be?
like just a personal favorite,
All right, if the aliens came here, right? If the aliens came
or
to
like
Earth,
if you're trying to put somebody on a battle rap, this is a battle
right?
you'll
Yeah,
show
if the
them
aliens
type
came to
shit.
Earth and say, "We want to watch Cassius Clay's favorite battle," like you had to give them one battle to watch to save this world. What battle would it be?
Shit. Damn. I feel like it might be a Rum Nitty battle, but it could also be a surf battle. It could also be Hitman versus Arsenal. Shit. I don't know, man. Could be actually, I'm going to say Surf versus Hitman.
Surfer Hitman?
Yeah.
Okay. And one of your battles?
And one of my battles?
Yeah.
I would probably say me versus Blue Coca. Yeah. Yeah, me versus Blue Coca or me versus Dear Summer. I feel like those is probably my two best performances. And it's not out yet, but the Steve-O battle I just did on OSBL was also one of them. Okay. So I would say that battle too. But yeah, definitely I would say Blue Coca would be the top choice.
Okay. And what's your least favorite battle?
I don't know. Definitely got DNA in it though. Shit. I don't know. A lot of DNA battles.
No, from you. Not,
yeah,
from you. Yeah.
The least favorite battle for me?
Yeah, from you, yeah.
Oh, definitely me versus A Shiz on the trap. Oh shit! I just fucked up this microphone.
No, you good.
Yeah, definitely me versus A Shiz on the trap. That shit was so dirt. Oh my god, I got way too clapped off of Click Vodka, and I went up there and was rambling through my rounds. I was mumbling like shit. I didn't have no energy, and this nigga was just trash automatically. Like, he wasn't even a good battler at the time. So it's like, he's already dirt, and my performance is just trash because I'm mad smacked right now, and I don't feel like rapping right now. So I'm just trying to get through these rounds, and I fucked it up for sure. Like, I definitely stumbled for like a minute, and it was bad. But yeah, that battle was very, very trash.
Okay. If you could rematch any of your battles, what battle would it be?
Rematch? Probably Henny.
Henny? Number 3? Okay.
Yeah. I would definitely say the Henny battle just because I feel like I could have won the battle if my third round was clean and if I could have remembered the rest of that shit. Because I feel like that was the best part of that round and I didn't even get to say it. So it's just like,
right.
I feel like if I would have got through that third, I could have took the battle. Because I feel like it was 1-1 going into the third. But that's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like I want to get through that battle 3 clean rounds, and I feel like it would be way different now, especially because I rap way better. Yeah, that battle for sure, and Dre Dennis.
Okay. That's what's up. Anything you want to address to other people?
Stop being weird, man. Just come outside and rap. I'm not gonna give y'all the gay. It's okay. Y'all can rap against me and everything's gonna be fine. Like, it's just getting to be weird at this point, and it's given that y'all scary. So y'all can stop being scary and just come outside and rap, and we can have some good battles. We can have some good matchups, but y'all just gotta stop being scared and come outside. That's it. And that's pretty much it. Follow my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/@cashcash'em_. And watch my streams, man. That's pretty much all I want to say. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate you, City, man. I definitely always wanted to come pull up in here, and this was dope to be a part of it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout outs to my manager. Shout outs to my girlfriend. Rest in peace to my cat, Papa. And, yeah, long live the king.
Where people can reach you at? Like, as far as, like, if people want to book you for battles or anything.
If y'all want to book me, you could hit up Dejon on Twitter at DejonT. It's DAJONTEE. You could just holler at her. She handles all of my bookings. So if y'all want to book me for a battle, just hit her up. She'll definitely get back to you. Or you can always just hit me up. I can put you in contact with her. But yeah, hit her up if you want to book me for a battle. I'm open availability for the rest of this year. I don't got nothing booked right now. So I'm open to whatever y'all want to do. But yeah, and y'all can follow me at Cashis Clay Gold on all social media platforms.
You already. Views from the City podcast. Cashis Clay. Appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, man.
You
Thank you,
already.
thank you.